at this time at a combined weight of 420 pounds. They're your co-hosts for the evening, hailing from Northern California and known worldwide. It's K-Double, Black Lightning, your boy Cole, and White Thunder. They are the perfect storm. Get ready to unleash the raw impact.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world, it's your boy Cole and K-Double. Get ready to have some trouble. This is your explicit warning. There may be vulgar violence and language and brief nudity. We don't know, but just in case, we're covering our asses. Alrighty then, enjoy the show.
Hey, yo, Cole.
Yo, Kev. What up, man?
What the fuck is up, brother? What the fuck is up?
Nah, shit.
Now, guys, for Thursdays for the past couple of months, hell, for the past 3 years, Thursdays for the past about year and a half, 2 years, Fridays for a while there. You guys have been listening in to your boy Cole and myself, K-Double, rock it for you, talking pro wrestling, everything from WWE to independent wrestling to BTW to SPW to ROH, all kinds of things and places that we've experienced, including going to WrestleMania 32 this most recent year out here in Santa Clara, California. So what I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to go on ahead and play just a little bit of taste of what you should be expecting on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on Spreaker.com on The Raw Impact Unleashed, hosted by myself, K-Double, and your boy Cole. Here you go.
Into my graveyard smash. You'll catch on in a flash. Then you can monster mash. Smash! You impatient boy. Mash good.
Yo, what the fuck is up, Cole?
Chillin'. Hey, man, that song was dedicated to Boo Dallas. You can be anything. You can be anything for Halloween. All you have to do is believe.
Oh, man, yeah. You had to tell me about that one. I unfortunately didn't get to see it on SmackDown, but from what you told me, it sounded like a great segment. Bo Dallas making us laugh yet again.
Yeah. I didn't spoil the end for you on that when I was talking to you right before the show. I hope you recorded SmackDown so you'll actually watch it and get to see it.
Well, I'll probably watch it on Hulu Plus. Watch the 90-minute version of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll put it in because it was a focal point of behind the scene or backstage, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Monster Mash. Happy Halloween to everybody. This is our Halloween Unleashed show.
Yep.
Keeping with the theme, we got Hell in a Cell to talk about. We got SmackDown's Halloween tonight to talk about. We'll dab a little bit into that, and then like you said, 25 years of the Undertaker at Survivor Series.
Yeah, man. Like
I don't think anybody's ever had 25 years, other than Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair would be the only guy that had 25 years, but not consecutive in the same company.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think there's been any, well, WCW didn't last that long, neither did ECW. But yeah, I don't think there's been anybody out there that's done that long of a run with a single company, unless you want to go back to the Bruno Sammartino, the early Hulk Hogan days. You might have had somebody that was with the company for 25, 30 years, or with a particular territory, maybe not a specific promotion, but with a specific territory for like 25, 30 years. Like I don't believe Jerry Lawler has performed outside of WCW and WWE. He's outperformed outside of the Memphis area. He hasn't performed outside of the Memphis area a lot.
Well, yeah, he still run. He's got a company in Memphis that he runs and owns and all that. It's changed names a couple of times. But yeah, other than that, like, there's no major player that's been in a major company for 25 years, which there ain't been that many major companies that lasted that long anyway. So Congratulations to WWE/F, since we're going back 25 years, for being able to sustain and last. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys that have had like you said, territories or different independent companies that they've been in for 25 years. But we're talking about mainstream, and when you talk about mainstream, that means like a kind of like in football and basketball and baseball and all that. There's not that many people that get signed or drafted, by a team and stays with that team for their full career. It's very rare. And in wrestling, it's even more rare.
Prime, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say prime example of that is Kobe Bryant, who's been with the Los Angeles Lakers for 20 consecutive seasons, the most out of, I believe, any player in NBA history. It's kind of like, it's basically the equivalent of that run in the WWE. Like he's unparalleled, and I'll say it. I'll take it even a step further. I don't think I've ever seen somebody outside of Ric Flair be the same particular character for pretty much 25 years.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Ric Flair for sure, same character, same, jet flying, limousine riding, kiss stealing, willing and dealing, son of a gun. That's been him, since day one, when he came up with, all of his over-the-top flamboyant stuff. And then, the Undertaker's had variations of the Undertaker. So you can't really say the Undertaker's been solely the dead man the whole time,
Yeah, because he had the American Badass phase.
He had his American Badass biker phase, and he reverted back to the dead man. But just in general, you got to take your Undertaker hat off to the man, Mark
Calloway.
I was gonna say Callis because
Callis, yeah.
Me Mark Callis is I first seen him wrestle. Matter of fact, Jerry Lawler and him wrestled at my junior high back in Osceola, Arkansas. When I was a wee young lad. I believe it was my first wrestling show I ever went to.
Wow.
And I knew who Jerry Lawler was because, of course, I grew up 45 minutes from Memphis. And watched Memphis. It was USWA on Saturday mornings. They came on that territory at the time. So, and Jerry Lawler was basically the man. He was already the king of Memphis wrestling. He already did his Andy Kaufman thing and all that. That was, before I was born, basically. So he was a known name. And then Mean Mark Callis comes in, and he's this, redhead, tall skyscraper. I have to say skyscraper because that's what he was in WCW. Dude, and like nobody really knew who he was, but we knew he was big and badass. And being a kid, I came up probably to his knee. That's how small I was. It was really young. And I seen him do the Tombstone Pile Driver for the first time back then, and I knew for a fact that was the most devastating move in wrestling history because Jerry the King Lawler had the regular pile driver.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get the Undertaker or Mean Mark Callis in that. He tried, and then he got backdropped.
Yeah.
And then when he got up, Mean Mark Callis grabbed him up, flipped him upside down, and pile drived him like that. So it was kind of like a setup. You know, it was like, I'm going to pile drive you. Oh, no, you ain't. I'm going to show you what a pile driver really is. And he ended up beating King Lawler. And when he beat the King, like, you know, the favorite, everybody booed him and all that. And I was just amazed by that move because I had never seen it done before. So, yeah, being the history of The Undertaker there, yeah, it was back in the probably late 80s. Probably 89, 88, something like that. I was probably 5, 6 years old. And yeah, man. And matter of fact, that same weekend, Jerry the King Lawler, my grandpa owned a car dealership and body shop. Mm-hmm. And at the time, Jerry the King Lawler was a motivational speaker and kind of like a salesman of sorts, he went around and gave speeches on business and all that, like, and motivated people to go out there and start their own business or invest in his companies or something like that. I can't really remember exactly what he spoke about. All I remember is I was running back and forth in the garage, and that's where they were having the speech, and I was behind Jerry Lawler the whole time, like where the offices were, running around, you know, kid, not giving a shit what's going on, you know. I knew Jerry the King Lawler was there, so I was, you know, super excited and going crazy, and Jerry the King Lawler said to me, he goes, "Boy, you need to stop running around when grown folks is talking." And from that day on, I always remember Jerry the King Lawler got on to me. Because I was taking attention away from him trying to sell some shit. But yeah, he goes, boy, you need to stop running around when grown folks is talking. I was like, oh shit. The king, I'm sorry, you're the king. Bow down and, you know, kiss the. I didn't do all that, but yeah, it was a great memories that I have of the Undertaker starting out his career and Jerry the King Lawler.
I remember.
And, go ahead.
I remember. I just remember being a kid. I remember when I vaguely remember seeing me Mark Callis on my times of being able to watch like NWA and a little bit of WCW. You know, we had cable, but it wasn't cable like you have now, where you have 500 channels. It was maybe 11 each. We were able to afford the good cable. You know, and so like I got to see some WCW because we had the TBS and all that. And I remember seeing, you know, Mark Callis in WCW when he had turned his hair point. He was wearing the off with the cutoff.
You're cutting in and out there, bro.
Oh, sorry about that. He was wearing the vest, the black vest back then, in the jean pants. It looks like, but or they were pleather pants or something. But anyway. Remember watching them there, and then I remember watching them debut, of course, at Survivor Series. And I remember thinking to myself, this one bad. And that was just real talk for me. It was just like, I remember this dude being brutal when he was in WCW. He comes to me dead man. Everybody's like, boo, boo, he's the bad guy. I'm like, I love this fucking dude. This dude's awesome. And at that point, I didn't use the word sells, but like, I was like, nothing affects him. They can hit him. Hulk Hogan can't beat this dude. And I remember just going berserk, loving the whole gimmick, and marking out as I believe I was about 8, 9 years old.
You know, I had the different feeling of when he came out as the Undertaker. When I first seen it. And he comes out, and I'm like, what the hell is this Halloween costume gimmick gonna do? Like, why did they do that to him? Like, you know what I mean? And then he gets in the ring and he no sells, and I'm like, man, that ain't real. Wrestling is fake. And it kind of killed it for me. But then, you know, it kind of grew on me. You know, probably the next 6 months to a year or so, that character, the first version 1 of the Undertaker grew on me, and then it was just like, all right, I get it now. I'm with it. But yeah, that first appearance where he comes out, and you know, they what was it, the ring or what, the small ring that they kind of rolled down to the big ring, you know, that like everybody came out in that ring thing. I was just like, man, this is a straight up Walmart costume that they just bought and gave to this dude. Because I mean, it did look like that. It looked more cartoonish than anything, you know. And it was like unbelievable, still believable at the same time. Because I mean, the dude's so big, and you know that tall stature, and just like, oh wow, this dude's a badass. But then it's kind of like, why are you wearing purple? Men don't wear purple. This the 80s, you know. Like, nobody wore purple except Prince in the 80s.
No shit.
And, you know, Prince was like half chick, half dude in half his videos. Like, you didn't know what Prince was back in the day. Like, you know, he was one of the first cross-dressing kind of flamboyant characters. So it was just like, what? Hold on, wait a minute. But, yeah, he evolved. I evolved with him, and the Undertaker has been a staple of wrestling.
For 25 plus years.
A wrestling fan, and they could tell you a great memory of him. I know a lot of people will go to the Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley getting thrown off and you know, getting thrown through it and all that. That's a memory everybody knows, because they always show that, you know, when it comes to the Hell in a Cell, you know, like hyping up the Hell in a Cell or a promo for Hell in a Cell, always give you that. But I mean, everybody has their individual story or memory of either them seeing the Undertaker for the first time, or them, you know, just liking a move or anything. Like one of the things that impressed me about the Undertaker was him being able to dive over the top rope.
Yeah,
being, you know,
a big guy,
as big as it was, to just jump and dive over there. And that right there was one of the moves, kind of like the Tombstone. When I first seen that, it was just like, oh my God, did he really just do that? Like, you know, so yeah, you know, every wrestling fan has a memory like that of the Undertaker. And if you don't, you're not a true wrestling fan.
Because Taker has been a stalwart in the business for, like they said, 25 plus years. But needless to say, Monday Night Raw, you know, Hell in a Cell, we'll start there. Hell in a Cell was a great pay-per-view. I cannot take anything away from them. The break, even though, okay, this question was posed to me, and I guess we can kick it off with this question. My boy at work walked up to me, and he's like, you enjoy Hell in a Cell? I was like, yeah, I enjoy Hell in a Cell. How about you? He's like, I enjoyed it, but I only had one question. And I'm like, what's that? He said, why the hell was the Roman Reigns Bray Wyatt match 58 minutes? And I was like, to be honest with you, I didn't even notice that it went that long. Like, I was so entranced watching them beat the snot out of each other that I just didn't notice that that match ran almost an hour.
I couldn't tell you it ran that long. It didn't feel that long to me. There was a lot of spots. There was a lot of spots in it. I can say that. And a lot of innovative stuff, like Bray Wyatt, you know, sticking the kendo sticks through the not only through the ring posts, you know, where they came out, you know, at the end, you know, to basically get ran into them and speared by them, but into the cage itself. In the corner, you know, where they broke through them. The tables where he speared them, you know, off the, you know, the ring apron through the table. I mean, there was a lot of things that they did in there. I was very impressed by it. And because you know me, I wanted to continue that that they had, and basically that's what they did. Except it was confined in the thing, and I was kind of skeptical of how much they could do in it. And I think somebody listened to the show and said, hey guys, this dude don't think y'all can handle the cage. He don't think y'all can do too much in there. Let's show him what y'all can do. And they impressed me. It
won you over, yeah.
It was very much a high intensity match. Out of both of them, I gotta say, I believe Roman Reigns stepped up his game for that match. Bray Wyatt was just as good as he's always been, if not better. It was just an unbelievable match. I didn't realize it lasted that long either, which I didn't watch it live when it came on. I watched it later on that night.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could have been a little preoccupied with my cell phone or something like that and not really, focused in on the time there, but it didn't seem to be that long.
Yeah.
It was 23 minutes and 8 seconds.
Was it?
I just looked it up.
There you go then. There's your information. Not 58 minutes, 23 minutes.
It was 23 minutes and 8 seconds. I didn't think it lasted 58 minutes, man. That's the Iron Man match. That's the 60-minute Iron Man match right there. It might have felt like that long to him because it had so much in it and so many things going on. But they did have the longest match of the night. 23 minutes. The second longest match was Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker at 18 minutes and 7 seconds.
Wow, man, that Undertaker match felt a lot longer than 18 minutes.
Well, it was kind of a slow paced type match. It wasn't really high intensity the whole time. It was kind of more methodical and meticulously staged. So I mean, it kind of felt that one to me felt longer than the Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt match. Only
that's what I'm saying.
It was kind of a more of a cool down match.
Now that was the boys' open discussion about Hell in a Cell and the upcoming Survivor Series pay-per-view with The Undertaker being appreciated for 25 years of his service. But the boys also, have had plenty of BTW, Big Time Wrestling, independent wrestling promotion out of Fremont or Newark, dropped by, including El Mero Mero Kakamang, The Machine, Tony Vargas, and Ryan Von Cool, Kirk White, Shane Cody. All of these guys have made an appearance on the Raw Impact Unleashed at some point, which is why every now and then, about once a month, twice a month or so, the boys, the K-Double, and your boy Cole will have a tendency to turn their eyes to BTW and whatever their most recent promotion is and let you know about it. So here's a little snippet of the boys talking about Holiday Havoc from last December that they both enjoyed. So there you go.
Nah, shit. Still recouping from my birthday weekend.
Nice. Had a good weekend, yes?
Yeah, it was great.
Sweet.
It was great.
Wow.
Started it out with Holiday Havoc at BTW and finished it up eating a big-ass tie-dye chocolate cake.
Nice. And you can't beat that. Sorry.
And what's funny as hell is as soon as our show started, it started pouring down rain here in Oakland.
Dang. The gods aren't with us tonight.
As soon as the perfect storm started, it just started raining like a motherfucker.
Oh, man. Anyway, But yeah, man, that was a great show. We showed up a little bit late. Or I showed up a little bit late, but the matches I saw, Beatrice Domino is hilarious. That's awesome.
Yeah. Every time I think about that, all right. Why don't you tell the story since I'm white?
All right. So no, I get there. We sit down. Beatrice in the ring. I forgot who was she going at it with.
It was Lisa Lace.
Lisa Lace. All right. So she's going at it with her, and I want to say it was about 5-10 minutes into the match. She had Lisa with her arms wrapped around the top rope and was pulling on her and looked at her and headbutted her in the chest. It was like, blap, 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 to the chest, just like Trayvon Martin. And me and Cole just about started rolling on the floor. Do not get me wrong. It's not the Trayvon. I can't even explain it. It was just funny. It was just funny the way she did it. It was off the hook. She got me from that moment forward. I was just like, I am a Beatrice Domino fan from here on out. And she was just and the rest of the match was great from there as well.
Her exact words was chest shots, just like Trayvon Martin.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
And I did everything I could not to fall on the floor. I was crying, laughing. It was just hilarious. Yeah, she brought the pain that night. I couldn't believe how funny that shit was, though.
Yeah.
Definitely very entertaining.
And I got to for the first time to catch a Chaos Inc. match, which I was highly impressed with. Everything from the big man hitting the drop kick to Vargas tearing it up, man. That was such a great match.
Yeah, they definitely rocked the house. They the tag team champions for a reason, man. They put on a hell of a show.
Hell yeah. The two guys they beat up on, man, they gave them a run. But at the end of the day, you knew it was never in doubt. It was never in doubt.
Yeah, they definitely was gonna win. And we smoked out the tag team they beat. So
yeah, we did.
Everybody won after that match.
Oh yeah. And big ups to that crowd. Like I got to give it up to them. Like that was a live crowd. They probably weren't as hype as they weren't necessarily as hype as the crowd we saw at the school, but that was also a much bigger crowd that we saw at the school.
Right. Everybody that was in the crowd or that night was the faithfuls, and they were in the crowd at the WrestleFest too, guaranteed.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got, their crowd that, I mean, probably 90% of them go to APW shows and Wrestling for Charity and East Bay Pro Wrestling and all that. But they are a diehard BTW fan.
Heck yeah. That's what it's about, man. Look, we say it on the show a lot. Support the indies. Support the indies, and we mean it. Support the indies. Go to the show. Get in, watch it, support it, have fun. I can give all kinds of credit to or all kinds of props to the Matt Striker match too. Pre-match, post-match, during the match, awesome.
Yeah, man. I was happy to see Chemo get up in there and do the unicorn spear.
That was awesome.
Since he had some medical issues a couple of weeks back, it's nice to see him able to do a few things, get in there and play around. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I lost you for a second, but yeah, I'm back.
Oh yeah. Well, my satellite dish ain't working. My internet probably messed up. Like I said, it's
You calling in
storming
from
right
a
now.
phone, bro? I'm the one calling in from the internet.
Yeah, but I'm calling through internet
Your
connection.
internet. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. But
And yeah, it's thunder and lightning like a mug outside. It is like a legit thunderstorm in the bay.
wow, which means eventually it'll work its way up here to Sacramento.
Yeah. Yeah, we need this water, but I need my satellite to work, man. It's stuck. I'm trying to finish up this Thursday night football game while we had this podcast, and motherfucker, all I see is fails, 85, and he's just standing there, stuck. Talking about signal loss on satellite.
Killing me.
Goddamn.
I'll keep you updated, Cole. I'll keep you updated. The Cardinals are driving and are probably going to win unless Carson Palmer throws an interception. There's our sports moment for today. But yeah, so amongst that, we check out the fan page, man. You get to see all the picks that we took and of all the matches that we saw, and Victor Sterling retaining his U.S. title, killing it. Good match. One more, the shining moment from the Matt Striker match was just hilarious with the what was it? I know in the process of all that we saw a Superman punch or an attempt or a Superman punch, a spear. What else?
He attempted to pedigree.
You can't, huh?
There was a pedigree attempted.
Yeah. And then the You Can't See Me, Striker hit it.
Yeah.
And I think somebody hit an attitude adjustment somewhere in there.
I think that was Striker too.
Yeah. But it was just a great way to finish the match, and it was just a great. I wouldn't call it an homage. I would say they were kind of spoofing, more so than homaging. But it was just great to see. It definitely got the crowd laughing, and got the crowd behind the match. The sequence with the ref when everybody was pinning each other, was just hilarious. That was great. I got to give it up to Goldstein and the guys because they pulled that one off pretty damn good.
Yeah, that was hilarious, especially when the ref actually went for the cover, and then Matt Striker counts for the pin.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, they put on a good show at BTW. I mean, every show is different, but they're all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they all, put time and effort into it. It ain't just going out there and going, all right, let's go through a progression. Same thing as last time, but it's always different, and they always try to do new comical type things. Which I think that's why they have a full house all the time. Is because they're always doing new stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you've probably seen it a million times if you're a wrestling fan, but I mean, for those guys, they switch it up a lot and do a lot of different things every show. So it's never the same type of show.
The Cody match, the Shane Cody match was off the. I believe that's only the second or third time I've seen him wrestle. The first time I've ever seen him defend the belt, because the last time I saw him wrestle was at WrestleFest, and I believe that was in a tag match, wasn't it?
Yeah, against the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, with the dude that kept still can't remember his name. It was Johnny Morton, and it was the other dude who kept using me as a dummy.
Who?
The guy from the Rock and Roll Express that kept using me as a dummy.
It's
When we were
Ricky
kicking it with him.
Ricky Morton
And
man, time we talk about this, I have a blank.
Same here. But anyway, yeah. Like, that was the last time I saw him wrestle.
Damn it. Keith Morton.
Bob
I
Gibson.
know him.
Robert Gibson.
And Robert Gibson, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, there was evidently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total members of the Rock and Roll Express. One was Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. You wikied it
Wow.
when I wikied it. It's going to start trending.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, it was Bob Gibson was the one that kept using me as the dummy, right?
Yeah. He kept teaching you stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, he was
And
teaching y'all. He was using me as the prop.
No, you learn by doing it.
Yeah, true. True. No, trust me, I was honored. But it was just like, okay, there's 3 other wrestlers in here. Never use them.
You know why he kept messing with you like that?
Why?
Because you was the biggest black dude in the room. So he was like, let me show y'all what I can do with the biggest black dude in the room.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nah,
but yeah, that
was cool.
But he was really cool, yeah. A lot of, I'll say it like this. I don't think outside of Flair, which that was pretty much expected of him, outside of Flair, I don't think any of we've met any wrestler that wasn't cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Including the Prince of Cool himself, Carlito.
Yeah, he was super cool.
Cool.
Yeah, the first time I met Christopher Daniels,
mm-hmm.
he stayed in character as that antagonist asshole.
Yeah.
Which kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
But then the next time I met him, he was chill, he was cool, and then after meeting him and talking with him like 5 other times after that, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
You're cool.
Like
it's just that first time
It's that he just stayed in character. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was really cool. He ended up being really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Abyss was cool. Met him through BTW. Him and Chris Masters came up to the hotel room and kicked it for a while.
You never know who you meet. Like, especially this dude. Just kicking it with this dude, I'd have met half my heroes from WWF days.
Yeah, man. Without BTW, we wouldn't have been able to work the ROH show.
Yep.
Wouldn't have met Chris Masters. Wouldn't have went to the mansion party with all the wrestlers.
Yep.
With Manic and all that. Which Manic's on the next BTW show in January.
Yeah.
And they had the Battle Royal. So yeah, we'll get to see him again. And speaking of the TNA, they're getting down to their final. They're down to their final 4 in their championship series now.
Who are the final 4?
Next week it's going to be EC3 versus Bobby Lashley, and then it's going to be Eric Young versus Matt Hardy.
Nice.
So it's looking like it's going to culminate into an EC3 Matt Hardy rematch.
Finals, yeah.
Since
and hopefully Matt Hardy will win back the belt because I think he deserves it.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I believe Vacant
would disagree, but Matt Hardy is technically the champion, plain and simple.
The reigning defending, yeah. He was just stripped of it.
But yeah, I think it'll be Matt Hardy and EC3 in the finals there.
All right.
To finish out that storyline. And they're moving to Pop January. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
I forgot what day it was, but after the 1st and before the 30th.
Okay. So sometime that month, huh?
After the 1st and before the 31st. I forgot January had 31 in it.
I'll say, hey, our weak ass competition moves to USA in January too, huh?
What's that? SmackDown? SmackDown's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, SmackDown's moving to USA. And I also heard through all the dirt sheets and everything I could read up on it, is USA want WWE to be more edgier.
Yeah. I've been reading a couple articles on that myself.
So hopefully WWE will take that into consideration, and like we were talking about a few weeks ago, stop this PG era crap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're calling it reality era now, and in reality, I know people cuss because they be bleeping it on the show while you watching it. They too close to the camera and they say something and it just fades out for no sound. They don't bleep it; they just fade it out.
All right, so that was just another sample size of what you'll be in for every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, right here on the 4Aces Network on Spreaker.com. You can also check out older episodes once we get it up in the archives at 4AcesPresentsRadio.com. So this has just been your preview for the Raw Impact Unleashed. Please join us starting next Thursday, the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern, or 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern. Oh, and that was WrestleMania 31 I went to, not 32. Till next week, y'all. We out. Peace.